I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now, me and Dad have both got the day off work, so we're going on a special little road trip, and when you've got a van, you've got to use it. Time for a little bit of fuel. Dad's failed the challenge though. This might be a familiar sight for some people. Me and Dad have come down to Clump Fab today to get his stills banded. If you follow Auto Alex on YouTube, this was his Volvo and Chris has now got it running. So yeah, thought we'd have a trip down here today to drop off the banded stills because we've never actually been here before. We've interrupted Chris. He's working on this Massey Ferguson. He's currently rebuilding the engine for the customer, which is pretty cool. One of the cars that Chris has got in is this RS Turbo. He's taken off all the body kit to reveal the usual rust, which is quite unfortunate. As you can see here in the seal, it's a right old mess. And as we carry on down the workshop, this is Ford Heaven. He's got this Mk2 Escort here. It's a ex-rally car. Really cool. It's been patched up loads of times, but he's just doing the jobs that the customer wants him to do. It's got a big old cage in it. The wing there to go on as well, as you can see. Chris is also welding up the floor on this little toy car. It's proper retro, it's all metal, but yeah, I think that's really cool. I know quite a lot of you guys will watch Marcus Hayes like me, and this was here last time he come down. This Escort's in a very sorry state. I think Chris said he's replacing literally every panel on this apart from the roof and the boot floor, I believe. See, that's pretty good, but it's gone in the usual places, here and over here. This has been sandblasted, so you can literally see everything. It's quite crazy when you think this is weather and salt that's done this, but look at that. There's no floor in it at all. Just got the fresh rails. Looks like Chris has started to weld the new ones in. It's also on this jig, so it's nice and rigid. Nothing's gonna distort or be welded up in the wrong angle. You can see he's got this big bit of metal going across here and holding the chassis legs in place where they need to be. He's also got this Mark 1 Escort up on the ramp. Now this says it's Mexico, but it was originally a 1.3. It's had a little bit of a hard life, just like any other classic Ford, I guess. So as you can see all along the sill, a little bit creeping into the door there, but the main thing is the floor. He said that one floor pan had been welded on top of another, which was probably pretty common back in the day, and yeah, he's had to take it all out and is going to weld in a new floor pan. I think also the wings are getting changed to Mexico ones. As you can see, it's gone on the back of the rear arch going into the boot floor where all the Escorts go, but this one is nowhere near as bad as this one that's been sandblasted. So Chris specialises in welding, and also he does banded stills. That's obviously what we've brought down for him to do today. People message me like every week saying, where'd you get your banded stills done? How wide are they? So I'm going to tell you now. Message Chris at Clump Fab. He's got a really reasonable price for banded stills, and you want to get them done 6J if you're doing a Fiesta. Some people do go 6.5. I wish I went 6.5 at the rear on mine, but I say a rough ballpark figure for a Mk2 Fiesta without having to roll the arches or anything, go 6J banded stills. Now here are the stills that we've brought down to him today. These are original Mk2 Fiesta stills, and they're currently 4.5J wide. So Chris will be chopping these in half and making them 6J wide, which is the same width as a pepper pot. I hope I didn't make that too confusing, but all you need to know is 6J wide for a Mk2 Fiesta stills and it will look good, trust me. Right, so today you're going to get a little bit of a insider. Have a look how banded stills are made. Now this is what used to be a wheel balancer, and Chris has modified it up to create the ultimate banded still setup. So he splits the wheels here and he also welds in the bands. He's modified this to slow the wheel balancer down so it can be operated with his foot. and then he can adjust the speed while cutting the wheels and welding them. That's a contraption all lined up now. There you go, guys. So Chris has cut this in half now. As you can see, the inner bit of the wheel stays there, and then the band will go all the way around, and then the lip will go back on top. That's how you create a banded steel. Just leaving Clump Fab now. I hope you all enjoyed watching them banded steels preparing to be welded up. It was really kind of Chris to show us, and we're just leaving now. So it's really good to finally meet up with Chris in person. He's a very talented bloke, and for anyone that needs any welding repairs, contact him, although he is booked up till next March, as obviously he's very popular. I think Chris enjoyed looking around the Mk2 Fiesta as well. You don't see one of these every day, and yeah, it was just good to chat to him and obviously watch the first stage of making a set of banded steels. I'll leave a link in the description to all of his business page and that. He doesn't just do welding, he does head skimming and all other bits and bobs, so yeah, check him out. Dad's van ain't even lowered, but still has a little wobble. Time to have a little bit of lunch now, and then we've got another stop. We're en route to visit Jack, who come to my meet at the Orange Tree, and yeah, we got chatting and I found out he lives like 15-20 minutes from mine, so we're going to go up to his and have a little catch up. He's got a Mk2 Fiesta and he's currently taking the engine out to restore it all, so it'd be really cool to check that out. Just got to Jack's and we're checking out his engine that's going in his Mk2 Fiesta. It's completely mint outside, but he's just doing a bit of restoration work to the engine and the bay. He's going to get it all sprayed up. But let me show you his engine. It literally looks brand new. Check this out. So this is his original 950 engine from his Mk2 Fiesta, and he's restored all of this himself. New gaskets and that, painted it up. Looks brand new. He's even gone to detail of spraying the fan for the alternator black and then the body silver. Yeah, that looks like a new mount maybe. Genuine Motorcraft oil filter. Yeah, it looks the part, doesn't it? I'd love to do that to my Mk2 Fiesta engine. And out here you've got Jack's weekend car. It's Cortina. Tax and MOT exempt, so happy days. I think it's a original tax disc. Inside the bay, 1600 GT. Got a Motorcraft battery in this as well. It's cool. Got a big old alley rad in there as well. Nice wood going all the way around. And also, something I was quite surprised about is look at all the dials. You got fuel, temperature, oil, battery amps. Must have been a pretty spec'd up car for the time when it was built. Jack's kindly taken me out in his Cortina. This is just having a look at the Mk2 Fiesta. This bay's all going to be restored as well. I mean, it's pretty good condition as it is, but Jack's going to get this all sprayed. He's going to refurbish all the rack himself, got new boots for it and that. Did the same with the shafts, so his engine bay is literally going to look mint. Okay guys, so this video has turned into a bit of a weekend vlog really, because after we met up with Jack and checked out his awesome projects, we headed up to Kings Lynn to the Adrian Flux Arena and watched some pre-80s bangers. I'm going to insert the clips now. It was such a good night, some real hard hits, as you can probably tell by the excitement in my voice in the clips. But yeah, it was a cracking evening. I'm going to roll the clips now. So that was the end of last weekend. Now a week has gone past and it's now Saturday morning. Chris Kember gave me a message last night saying that the banded stills are ready. We're going to go up there this morning and grab them off of him. Dad's really excited to get them back because he's going to spray them up himself, then get some tyres ordered, and yeah, they'll be going on the Mk2 Fiesta van for now. Whilst we're up in Huntingdon, we're also going to pop into Richardsons Cycles, where Ady Bright works, because my mountain bike needs a little bit of TLC that he said he could help me with. So yeah, let's get on the road. I didn't think I'll be back at Clump Fab so soon, so I thought I'd come up today on my day off again to collect them. And yeah, they look brilliant. He's done all 5 because Dad wanted to spare wheel as well, because we don't actually have a spare for my car or his car, so yeah. Whilst we're in Huntingdon, I thought we'd pop like literally a minute down the road and come and see our good friend Ady Bright at his workplace, which is Richardsons Cycles. You alright, Ady?
How are we doing?
It's looking a little bit tatty, but this is my mountain bike. I'm not into mountain biking, but I bought it in lockdown. Ady was a bloke to ask to fix it because it was jumping out of gears. And yeah, he's managed to literally 5 minutes and he's sorted it all out and it's good as gold again. So thank you very much, mate. This might be a familiar sight for some people. This is where he records most of his intros and outros for his YouTube. So yeah, cool little place in there. In here is some very interesting bikes. So these are all electric. For that one, just over 2.5 grand, but look at this beast. Wow. I've just got back from that little road trip and I didn't do a lot of talking once I left Clump Fab, so I just wanted to show you guys the difference between a standard Mk2 Fiesta still without the band in and a banded Mk2 Fiesta still. So you can see Chris has welded in that band nicely, and yeah, you can sort of gauge the difference. I know this is a fisheye lens, but that compared to that, you can see how wide they are. That's them from the front. As you can see, the banded still's got a much bigger dish. I mean, it's not excessive at all, but it's just cool looking compared to the original still. So yeah, I just thought that would be interesting for you guys to see. When I was up at Clump Fab today, Chris actually gave me a gift. When me and Dad were up there the other weekend, he was showing off his new plasma cutter because me and Dad spotted a sign on the wall, and yeah, Chris has kindly gifted me this brilliant Mark II Mitch sign. I mean, I just think this thing is so cool. Yeah, so honestly, Chris, I can't thank you enough for this, mate. It's yeah, it's wicked. I'm over the moon with it, and it's definitely going to find a place in the garage. On that note, I know I've said that Chris does loads of welding and obviously the banded stills, but he's got his plasma cutter which can do signs. He can also make specific shapes metal now, like he can draw it up in CAD and then cut it out for people. So yeah, if anyone's interested in that sort of stuff, needs some bits of metal making up into a certain size or whatever, fire him a message because he's really helpful and I'm sure he'll be able to sort you guys out. While I'm in the swing of things with the camera and this isn't really a dedicated video for anything, it's just a weekend vlog now. I thought I'd show you guys my dad's Mk2 Fiesta courier van. Now this is waiting for its MOT. One job my dad definitely needed to do in order to make sure it passed is weld up the seal. Now he's done a really good job of this. I don't even know how long he spent on this, but a fair old while. It was in a right bad mess, and yeah, he's got the welder out and done it bit by bit. He's created a nice new lip there as well, so it was definitely better than the patch that was on there before. There is still a patch that Dad needs to weld up here. This hole is for the torsion bar, so that'll be left in place, but all of that needs to be covered there. So there we have it. No play for Perry at the moment, but he'll have a fresh MOT on him very, very soon, and that'll be daily in it again. I think I'm going to round off this video here. We've done so much in it, and I've really enjoyed just recording little snippets. I said about this in a previous video, and people seem to enjoy watching what I get up to, because sometimes I try and section off videos too much. But yeah, I just went with the flow and brought you guys along for a couple of weekends. And I know what you're all probably thinking, the Mk2 Escort's getting neglected, but don't worry, I'm in there pretty much every weekday working on it, and there'll be another video very soon. So, if you did enjoy the video, please give it a like, and if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel to see more. Thank you all for watching, and until the next one, I'll see you guys later. If you're in the Huntingdon area, and me and Lauren have jumped in the, okay guys, so that was last week, so that was the end of